my son in the film gets into a fight with Christoph and Kate's son in the film, and they have an argument in the playground, and their son hits my son in the mouth with a stick and breaks his teeth. And so the parents decide, let's be civilized. Let's get together and discuss what happened. And if it's okay between us, then it will become okay between the children. And also we have this business of explaining to the insurance company how it happened. And, so in a very civilized gesture, my wife and I invite this couple to our house to discuss, how we go forward from here, And the first, say, third of the story is very polite, and everyone trying to present the best version of themselves, or this ideal version of themselves, in the way that parents are often competitive in that subtle way with each other. Like, oh yes, well, the way we raise our child is, oh well, yes, of course, us also. And there are these undercurrents of status, competition underneath it, and there's undercurrents of judgment without seeming to judge, And then, one thing leads to another in the story, and needless to say, the gloves come off. And I think that if there is a moral to the story, it's that, that adults can be more childish than children. Yeah. It's wonderful in an age when, catharsis in films usually means a massive explosion or, some type of monster rising out of the sea or something, that the monster is the people in this film. And the catharsis that comes is when they finally are honest with each other. It takes almost the entire story for them to be really honest. It takes a couple glasses of scotch too. But I think that's the wonderful thing about it, is that no one is really off the hook. If you're really honest with yourself and you watch this film, you're like, yeah, I've said that, or I felt that. Maybe I didn't say it, but I felt that about that other couple's kid. They don't raise him right. If only they treated him. If only they taught their son the way we teach our son. It's very easy to see the faults in other people, and we definitely have these, these impulses to be selfish or to whatever, to be completely self-centered. However, I personally don't believe that is the total driving force. I know in my own life that's not. I don't have only selfish means. Actually, if you have children, that's what you learn. You learn that, well, it is possible for human beings to do something for someone other than themselves. And children teach you that. I have children myself, and I learn that every day, Yeah, so it definitely it gives you a sense of place. The challenge that a film set in one location presents is, these characters in the story are in this place for 90 minutes together, and we've been in this place for 6 weeks together. So, the challenge is to keep each moment fresh as if it's happening within 90 minutes and not to get bored or too, well, it's easier for me because it's my apartment, so I'm meant to be very comfortable in there, but I think for Christoph and Kate, keeping the sense that this is not exactly familiar territory is a challenge. I noticed when I walked into Dean Temple set was, my God, so much of my work has been done for me. Because usually on films, the camera sees what the audience is meant to see, and then you look over here and it's just a soundstage or a flat, or when you go to pick up a book, you open the book and there's nothing inside the book, or there's a lot of artifice. But Dean's set is just filled with detail. I mean, I think if you covered the windows and you sent someone in, you blindfolded them and took them to this place, and you let them inside the set, they would think they were in an apartment. Because it really is, down to like strange little knickknacks on the shelves, and the whole place. The kitchen is like nearly functional. Unfortunately, the bathroom is not functional.